Fear is inherent in us. We possess it. In enjoyment, there is the fear of disease. In social position, there is the fear of falling down. In wealth, there is the fear of robbers, governments, raids, etc. In honor, there is the fear of scandal. In power, there is the fear of enemies. In beauty, the fear of old age. In virtues, there is the fear of traducers. And in body, the fear of death overpowers. All the things pertaining to human beings give rise to fear. Renunciation alone stands for fearlessness. It comes to light when it is mentioned and multiplies when it is repeatedly mentioned. Up to the 16th century, men were trying their level best to shake off fear, but after that men started fostering and spreading fear. The 20th century saw the climax in creating new fears, fostering them and spreading them, employing all the print and electronic and other mediums of communication. Beware of them. How can one be aware of them and try to get rid of them without knowing them, ignore them, and keep the mind busy in duties, wholesome deeds engrossed in positive thinking to get rid of them? Shake off and be free from fear when all else are creating, adding to, and intensifying and popularizing fears, even non-existent fears. Actually, phobia is an exaggerated and illogical fear from a particular object or a class of objects. The following is a chart of modern fears, which have taken the epidemic form of mania. They are called phobias. See the list and the intentions through them. The truth will be clearly in the open. If fear is not thrown out of mind, then there will be neither health nor happiness, neither prosperity nor spirituality. Most of the wonder or phobias come under the brand of superstition. Beware of them. Mephiphobia, the fear of alcohol. Autophobia, the fear of loneliness. Myronecrophobia, the fear of ants. Apiphobia, the fear of bees. Homophobia, the fear from blood. Gephrophobia, the fear from bridge. Betaphobia, the fear from buildings. Claustrophobia, the fear from being confined to a place. Amaxophobia, the fear from cars. Agoraphobia, the fear from crossing a street. Lygophobia, the fear from dark places. Achenophobia, the fear from darkness. Musophobia, the fear from mice. Demophobia, the fear from crows. Thalassophobia, the fear from ocean. Scolessophobia, the fear from worms. Arachnophobia, the fear from spiders. Thanatophobia, the fear of dying. Dentophobia, the fear from a dentist. Bathophobia, the fear from depth. Electrophobia, the fear from electricity, etc. How can Brahman be described? Brahman cannot be described because Brahman is not subject to triple qualities, Triguna, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. He is without attributes, though all the attributes come out of him. Brahman is not in the least affected by actions or inactions, light, power, to discriminate, quietness, apprehensions, and appreciation of reality. Hence Brahman is indescribable. Vedas describe him in Heti, Heti, not this, not this. What cosmic power, Shakti, can we acquire through Brahman? We can get Gyan Shakti, power to discriminate, Kriya Shakti, power to strive, and Iksha Shakti, power to desire through Brahman. These super, sublime, and divine powers are all that one needs because we can perform super deeds and acquire and accumulate all that we need. How can we experience Brahman? We can experience Brahman in many ways. It varies from person to person, depending on one's attitude, effort, nature, character, deeds, and intensity of effort. First, we experience the changes around us and in the treatment by others, in the behavior of animals and plants, and also in our inclination towards them. Then we start experiencing the changes within, the ideas getting stronger, the feelings becoming more positive, growing confidence, faith, dedication, and devotion. All these changes are caused by the invisible and imperceptible Almighty. The fact is that the things do not change. The changes occur within us, in our perception and attitude. That way we experience spirituality and the ultimate spirit. The yogis meditate on Omkar, which has a bindu. It grants desires and final salvation. We salute this Omkar. What are the elements that the universe is made up of? The following quotations will clarify it and open the inner eye. The universe is made up of 5 gross elements. At the time of Pralay, each element merges into its preceding one. The elements are powerful, but the Almighty is the creator of them all. I have created the entire creation with earth, water, fire, air, sky, heart, brain, and ahankar. The first 5 are solid, the last 3 are abstract. The 5 elements in the body are beautiful and attractive. The elements in ethereal form are known only by yogins. Where is the fallacy? Our fallacy lies in the fact that we use other people's behavior to validate our own. It should be different. We have a guide inside called conscience, whom we usually ignore, and try to correct ourselves with the actions, deeds, and words of other ignorant persons. It must be believed and accepted that each one of us is ignorant of something or a lot of things, though we claim to be wise. Our conscience is the only conscious and alert guide that reacts immediately and draws our attention towards the fact, whether it is wrong or right. Our fallacy lies in the fact that we ignore our conscience, the divine element in us, and yet think to get spiritual enlightenment. What are the things that can take us out of the woods? Gyan, knowledge and wisdom; Satya, truth; Virag, detachment; and Tyag, sacrifice, are the 4 things that can take us out of the woods, because there is no eye better than knowledge and wisdom. There is no penance greater than knowing and speaking the truth. There is no pain more intense than the pain caused by affection and attachment. There is no pleasure equal to the pleasure that one gets from sacrifice. What are the enemies of spirituality? The 6 general enemies are the real enemies of spirituality also. They are calm, indulgence in physical pleasure, krodh, anger, mad, ego, more, affection, lobh, lust, and dvesh, jealousy. A man has to fight against all of them and defeat them. Each enemy is powerful enough to destroy the life, peace, and everything that a man possesses, including spirituality. What is the worst enemy of spirituality? A man is his own worst enemy. It is up to a man to make or mar his life. He has to win himself. He does not need to win others. By winning others, he can get something at heavy cost, but by winning the self, one can get everything without losing or paying anything. The man that leads a pious life and performs his worldly duties honestly, sincerely, and diligently needs nothing else. He gets everything that a successful man needs to lead a peaceful and prosperous life. What is the best way for a man? The best way of living has been taught by the elders time and again. We don't care for them and ignore them, hence we need to know them again and again. They are the 4 common and constant pursuits: dharma, duties; arth, earning; kam, progeny and pleasure; and moksha, spirituality, bliss, and salvation. To spend the whole of life in 1 or 2 pursuits is ignorance or foolishness. One must be conscious towards achieving all the 4. One must try hard for the 4 pursuits simultaneously. It is not wise to get one and then start trying for the next one. That is not correct. One must achieve a balance and do something for each one throughout the life. Some people are trying to earn money, then get married and try for dharma and moksha when the children get settled in life. They marry late and they retire or depart from the world before their children are settled. They remain confined to arth and kam only. That is an imperfect life, incomplete and dissatisfactory. One must try to live a full and complete life and make conscious efforts all the time to achieve the four. If a man can add sweetness to all these efforts, his life will be sweet and a blissful one. Sweetness is the secret of pleasure and bliss. What do we get from spirituality? Coming closer to spiritual self ignites and activates the inner functioning, and a man easily feels constantly learning and improving. This learning and improving is all that is needed for fuller growth and for widening the spiritual self. If one is not learning and improving constantly, then he should be sure that he is far away from his internal self and not moving towards spiritual growth. Learning and improving are the tools that work for the better. Calmness, the inner silence or total concentration and illumination, is the instantaneous result. There is complete clarity, mind is serene, and there is no worldly or oceanic turmoil. Naturally, the efficiency grows to a greater extent. Perform everything with a calm mind, the result will be better. Dexterity and ease are the other gains from possessing spiritual wealth and by widening the spiritual self. One gets a magnetic personality and dynamism in a positive sense. It's not the futile dynamism of running on bikes and other vehicles, but the dynamism of an active and alert mind. On physical level, patience grows, allergies are cured, and power to work is immensely enhanced. Action in place of idleness and alertness in place of forgetfulness are other blessings. The works are accomplished well, easily, and in time. Then there is no need to work or conspire against time. Time becomes a friend. Such persons find time at their side and not in opposition. They get time for everyone and virtually everything and have not even a single complaint against time. Ample time and space is created easily. It is mostly the result of and gain from this discipline that comes to life. The whole of life is discipline. Hence tranquility returns and starts residing on a permanent basis as it finds a co-traveler and co-sharer. He gets more focused as both devotion to work and concentration at work increase. He becomes an emblem of health and physical fitness. Since the work is finished in time and days pass by smoothly, the joy of accomplishing and company enters first, followed on the toes by happiness that becomes a permanent possession. One gets the power to discriminate, called Nirshid Vivek. What started with dynamism, dexterity, serenity, and alertness as magnetic flow gives grace to the person, and he becomes a graceful figure. The gains increase, and many more things are added to a long list that can be mentally charted out by the individual consciously trying to turn to a wider and towards infinite cosmos. Oneness is felt and achieved which clears remaining hurdles, and one attains enlightenment, the way it will slowly but surely give bliss, beatitude, and salvation. The option is in our hand. We can purge the inner self and remain pure, earn by ethical and moral means to be free from fear and anxiety, lead fragrant, respectable, and religious life by fostering a family, by keeping the relations sweet and intact, strengthen the society without affecting the essential elements, and ensure the continuity of life on the only planet with living beings, our Mother Earth, or we can do the opposite. Sadhana, Meditation, Chapter 12. Is purity essential for sadhana? Yes, purity is essential not only for sadhana but for health, happiness, growth, prosperity, and above all for becoming a human being. Bahya Byantar Suchi, both outer and inner purity is essential. What steps should be taken for purity? One should incorporate the following in one's daily life for purity: to arise before the sunrise and go to bed preferably by 10 at night, but definitely by 11 p.m. To pray to God and recite some mantras before leaving the bed, and see both the palm to be a karma yogi, one who depends on incessant action and good deeds. When one is fresh in the morning, one must pray before some idol and recite Gayatri mantra as many times as easily possible, and a few other mantras that one likes. To read scriptures daily or such religious books whenever one gets time. To perform all worldly duties and other works for self or others with the best of ability, devotion, dedication, and concentration. To think positively and incorporate positive values, to say nothing to malign other persons, never to tell a lie or use abusive language, and not to inflict injury to anyone, and not to give pain to others, not to allow physical longing to creep into the mind, to remember one's God every time before eating something, not to show claim over anything that belongs to someone else, to donate whatever one can spare easily and without constraint, to salute the elders, to greet others, and to bless the younger ones, to think of every being as an alter ego, the projection of the same soul, to have faith in self, God, religion, relatives, friends, and others you come into contact, to get rid of all the 6 enemies: sex, anger, ego, affection, lust, and jealousy, to be cautious and conscious, to avoid accidents, loss of anything, forgetting something, to follow these rules with dedication, and to punish oneself by doing more for failing to follow any of the above. I'll be back, guys. 1 minute. So I'm back, guys. Is having a bath essential for sadhana? Answer. As a part and form of the ritual, bathing is not essential for sadhana. However, for freshness and for getting rid of the fatigue, bath is essential. If one feels tired or in tension or laziness, one must take a bath. If one has taken a bath in the morning and if one is feeling fresh, one needs not repeat it when one goes for sadhana in the evening. Bath has its own very essential role to perform. Hence, one should take it as mandatory before sadhana. What are the essentials for sadhana? 4 things are very essential for sadhana. Love. Give love and get love. The seeker must have love for one and all. Humility. Get rid of the ego intoxication of I and mine, ruins. Peace. Have peace at heart and get rid of anger. Without throwing anger out of the self and mind, one can't get peace. Faith. Have complete faith on everything and everyone. A seeker must have faith in whatever he is doing. Is there anything else really essential for sadhana? There are 4 other things very essential for the seeker to possess: control, balance, hope, and dedication. Besides them, one must possess positive attitude and throw away negative ideas from the mind. Section 6. Karma, deeds. What are mantras? Mantras are pious placement of sacred and powerful sound, nada through varnas, that cleanses and purifies and brings one closer to God's humanity, divinity, and perfection. A mantra contains a string of syllables set on a pattern and meter. The word mantra can be divided into manas, that means mind, and tya or tarana, sanctity, save. That means free or free. Mantras are something that put the Tridev, the Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh in the heart. A mantra is something that frees one from negative thoughts as well as from the worldly bindings. Mantras increase awareness and abilities to know and identify with the infinite. Mantras are seeds. Each mantra is a seed. It has the potential to grow in something big, branched, leafy bloom, and bear fruits and create seeds. Most of them are called beej mantras. The mind becomes or provides the field and the soil for the seed to get hidden from the outer dryness, to soak in moisture and to sprout. Through the process or repetition, the mantras are sown in the mind. If not sown in the inner being, mantras can get dried up, losing the creativity and the power to germinate, or eaten out by birds if left exposed. They are repeated to translate them into feelings, sensations, and thus into experience. That's all for today, guys. Thanks for listening. Peace be upon you.